Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for Scorpio for November 2010. And this also applies if you have a Scorpio ascendant. Scorpios, my early Scorpios, happy birthday to you. I hope this is going to be a really wonderful year for you. Many of you have experienced real ups and downs this year and so far, and many of you are still going through a lot of these changes and learning experiences. There's still some issues that you need to complete from your past that are coming up this month. Some past lessons that are not quite complete that need closure. It could be connected with a relationship or your family or your financial situation or a business. But there's certainly some feeling of closure. You're going to be given an opportunity to close something, more than likely connected with relationship or finance. This is how it looks. Now, for much of this month, Scorpios, we've got planets in your first house. This is a time for you to come out a little more. I know for the most part, Scorpios are careful and they're quite introvert. This month, time to come out a little more. You're going to be well received. You're going to come over very charming. Venus is in your sign for much of the month, as is Mercury. You're going to find that your thinking processes are working extra specially sharply. You're going to be able to communicate more easily with people. And people are going to be very much more receptive to you. This will be a great month to do something nice for yourself. Could be like having a makeover, although I wouldn't suggest anything too serious until Venus goes direct after the 18th of the month, but maybe just something nice for yourself, whatever it is. This is the month to do it. It's also the month to maybe decide about your appearance, how you look. Do you want to change how you come across? Do you want to really make a different kind of impact? This would be the month to be thinking about it and to be doing it. So don't put it off any longer for those of you that have been thinking of making some physical changes. And also, it's time to work on your self-esteem. Many of you have had your self-esteem battered over this last year. Time to work on that, on rebuilding that self-esteem and not listening to the negative comments. You are your own worst enemy for the most part, Scorpio. A lot of it's not coming from outside of you. A lot of it is coming from within you. And you are questioning yourself and you've not been so sure of yourself. Well, birthday time now. This is when the sun comes into your sign and you're given an extra boost of self-confidence. So this should be helpful to you. There's certainly going to be a lot of energy for you this month, Scorpio, on your work, but on your earning power, on putting energy into making more money, into thinking about ways that you can generate more money, ways, creative ways. It's time to think about ways in which you can do it in a way that is not quite so difficult. You've made things very difficult for yourself, Scorpio. It's almost like you've tied yourself into a situation or situations and you can't get out of them now. And so you're feeling very restricted. This is a wonderful month to put energy into marketing, networking, investigating. You love investigating, researching, but also actually doing the business ideas that you've had, either entrepreneurially or looking for that job more proactively, maybe being a little less stringent about exactly where it has to be, how it has to look. Try not to put yourself into a box. I feel many of you have just put yourself into a corner and now you're feeling frustrated. Well, the energies now are pushing you out of that corner and saying, come on, Scorpios, you can do it. You're very tenacious, you're very persistent. And now would be a time to really go for that business idea that you've been putting off, that you've been uncertain about. Go for it, push it forward, and at least push yourself forward in the work area because the stars are with you. It's a very good time for doing some deep research, something that involves study, deep studying, deep reading, deep learning. This would be a very good time to do it as well. I know for many of you are experiencing a lot of change in your home area, home family. You might be making sacrifices either for your children or your husband or partner or whoever it is, some sacrifices you're making. This may still continue. And you may need to make decisions about whether this relationship that you're in or about to get into is really nourishing enough for you, or Is it over? Is it past the sell-by date? Have you tried so hard? Have you stuck in so hard, as you tend to do, and it's just really not going? And the writing is on the wall, and maybe you need to call it a day. Don't do it until after the 18th when Venus goes direct, but at least be considering those energies, because maybe it's just time to move on. We've got Jupiter-Uranus in your 5th house of creativity. So Scorpios, please make sure you have a little bit of fun this month. I know it's serious times for you. I know that, but it is your birthday, many of you, and if it's not this month, it'll be next month. So with this Jupiter-Uranus and Jupiter going direct in this 5th house as well this month, have something fun. Do something enjoyable. Do something very creative. You are very creative, but do something with that energy because it's supporting you. It's also supporting you as well for those of you looking for a romance. This too could possibly come into your life. There would be a window of opportunity this month as well. So there you have it, my Scorpios. There's a mixture between your focusing on your finance, on getting out there, on learning, on your relationships, and on completions from the past. This is very, very important because it could inhibit you from moving forward. So I wish you a wonderful month. I thank you very much for listening. Thank you to so many of you who write in with your questions. For one question for $25 that I answer in an email of up to 150 words. If you'd like a more personal reading, 10 minutes, half hour, an hour, please, I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much, and I wish you a great month. Bye for now.